Hey everyone, so today I'm finally going to plant up my shade border. I've been waiting for it to be consistently warm enough for my caladiums to be happy outside, and we're definitely at that point now. So let me give you a refresher of the area I'm planting, the containers that I have over there. I'll walk through the plants that I'm going to put into those containers, and then we'll get them all planted. This section right here is what I'm calling my shade border. Now my deck really isn't at all shady. I mean, we get full sun up here. There's no tall buildings blocking any of the sun exposure. And right now, I think it's around 3 o'clock, so you can kind of see the sun is now on the west side. This deck is on the east side. So these are in complete shade in the afternoon. When the sun is shining, there's that little section on this side that is still in the shade, and then on this side, it's in the sun. So it's probably more of like a part shade environment, I would say, but this is really the only section of the deck where we get any sort of shade. Now the containers that I have here, I all got for either free or really cheap. So these three wooden boxes someone was giving away, so that was fantastic. They match so well with the color of the brick and the deck. I literally couldn't have asked for anything better. And then the 4 brown pots that are between those I got from the garden center liquidation sale for, I don't know, a handful of dollars. They were very, very cheap. So this whole section I'm really excited about. I already have the pots either full of soil or planted. I've just planted a couple because I was impatient. But I have potting soil, I have worm castings. I'm going to add biotone today when I plant, and then put a little bit of mulch on top of those. I also have the irrigation set up. I don't have it turned on yet, so I'm going to water them in with a hose today just to get everything settled. But first, over here in this pot, I just showed you this in the garden tour recently, but this is a perennial that I got from Proven Winners. It is Peppermint Patty Bergenia, and that's what the flowers are going to look like. So it's a very interesting plant in general. I've never grown anything that looks like this. I love the leaves. There's no bloom stalks yet, but I'm hoping those will come in. I might keep this in a container, or I might move it down, because I think this one, yeah, this one does say sun or shade on the tag, so it could work down in my parkway. So that's a maybe for either staying in a container or being relocated this fall. We shall see. I'm planning to put caladiums in each of the wooden boxes. Then in the 2 pots in the middle, because I only have 2, I'm going to put the tiny quickfire hydrangeas that I got from the Grand Garden Show last year. I overwintered them in these terracotta pots, which are 8 inches, I think, in diameter. I'm going to repot them into the brown pots, which are 12 inches in diameter. They are a zone 3, so I could potentially leave them out over winter, but I think to be safe, I'll probably overwinter these in the garage again, and the plastic pots are lightweight, so that'll be perfect. Then at the end down here, I think I am just going to put this little tree that I got, this evergreen from Home Depot. I think I decorated it with some ornaments out front, and I can't bring myself to get rid of plants that I have, so I'm going to put it right here. It also might help to give this hydrangea some shade throughout the day as it grows a little bit, because right now this is the afternoon sun. It's not like it gets many, many hours of direct sun, but afternoon sun can be a little bit harsher. It seems to be okay now, but I think any sort of little extra protection will be good for it. Now let me show you all the caladiums that I'm going to plant in these boxes. Back in April, I think it was, I got some caladiums, 3 different varieties of caladium balls from Proven Winners, and I have a video where I potted them all up into just nursery pots. I kept them in the bathroom up here because, again, they like warm tropical weather, so I kept them in the bathroom. I don't think I saw any sprouts until maybe 4 weeks, and it's now been, I'd say, maybe like 6 to 8 weeks since I planted those, and I'm just seeing sprouts on one of the varieties. So I was very, very sure that I killed all of them somehow, even though all I did was put them in soil and water them. So just in case, I did pick up 2 caladiums from Chalet Nursery in Wilmette, and it's one of the same varieties that I started myself from the bulb. So this is the Vava Violet. This is the one I'm most excited about just because, I mean, look at those leaves. I love pink. I'd say these look more pink than violet, to me at least, but I absolutely love those colors. And these are meant for shade. So some say part shade, some say part sun to shade. These do just say shade, so I am going to keep an eye on these and see how they do in that little border, since again, sunlight does touch some of the leaves, so I don't know, we'll see how those do. But those are the ones that were not started by me. The ones that were started by me, so this is what they're looking like right now. This is the same variety, the Vava Violet, and I think these were the second ones of the 3 that I have to start sprouting, so I was very happy about that. Now I put 3 in this pot, 3 bulbs in this pot, because my plan was to put these in the parkway. I've run out of room in the parkway, so I think I'm actually going to take these out and separate them and then plant them individually into the boxes. The other Caladium variety I think I'm going to use up here in the border is the Heart to Heart White Star. So this one they did not have at the garden center, so I am relying on all the ones that I started, but these are just white inside. And again, they are really pretty, and my color scheme for this deck that I'm on, the back deck, is purple, pink, orange, and white. So I think this mixed in with these will look really nice over there. Same thing, I potted up 3 bulbs in this pot, but I'm going to separate them. And then the last Caladium variety that I started is Heart to Heart Clowning Around. This is the one that took the longest to sprout. And that's how far along they are. Can you even really see that? So there's no leaves yet on these. These are going to be more red, which is not my color scheme here. So I'm trying to decide where I'm going to put these. There is a good 100% shade spot on the front deck. And once the morning glory covers my cart out there, it'll be shady if I put some in the back. So I have some options for those, but I don't think I'm going to use those in this little section that I'm going to plant today. I think I'm going to save those for the front. But let's go ahead now and get everything planted. I'm so excited to have more pots just completely filled, especially because we're heading out of town soon, so I need everything planted and set up to the irrigation. So let's get to planting. Well, I'm done, and I've made a mess, as I usually do. It doesn't look like much now, but I promise it will soon. So that's one of the, I'd say, downsides. So when I'm starting to plant myself, either from seed or from bulb, I feel like a sense of pride in that plant and watching it grow, but it doesn't really make a statement right away. So this one here is the Vava Violet that I got from the store. Then I went with white violet. This hydrangea will have white flowers. this middle box here, I went white, violet, white. This hydrangea will also have white flowers. And then this last one is also violet, white, violet. So I just kind of swapped back and forth between the two colors all the way down. And then I have my little tree there, which I don't know if I'm going to keep it or replace it with something else, but that's where it's going to be for now. Obviously, this one is also the one that I got from the store. So I've watered them, I put the drip lines back in, and now we just watch them grow. So that is everything that I had on my agenda for today. There's really only a few pots left that I need to plant up. I mean, unless I buy more pots, which I'm going to try not to do, but I'm really excited for this section because I've never really created something like a little border in here. You know, I'm going for like the part shade plants, and how cheap it was with everything being either free or from the liquidation sale, except for the plants. So I will obviously keep you updated as far as how this grows in. I'll let you know if there are any problems with any of the plants. I do still have, I'd say, 75% of the caladiums left that I started from bulb, so now I have to figure out where I'm going to put those. So I will let you know if I decide what to do with those also. But that's going to be everything for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.